G4 Studios, Scotland! All is to It's time for the Third Podcast!
Happy New Year, guys. Hope it was a tremendous time and you had a nice bit of time with the family. I did. Ross, how was your time with the family?
Oh, lovely.
It's good,
So
isn't it?
lovely.
It's nice.
It's nice to be home. It's nice to have the kids home. Less nice when they're up till 3 o'clock in the morning shouting at each other on the fucking Xbox. But my son, I just woke him up there and I'm like, listen, you've got 3 days to your back to school. So
You
you get back into some kind of routine.
You get into a bad situation, don't you?
Cunt's living on Maltesers, Like, he's just carrying. But I hear him, mate, on his headphones, 3 in the morning, like, you fucking gimp. Like, playing Rainbow Six Siege. That's all the wee guys play, or Call of Duty now.
Oh, I actually started playing Rainbow Six.
Siege.
But there's aliens in it now.
Is there?
Aye.
I thought it was zombies. Is that not a thing anymore? Zombie
aliens.
games.
So I've been playing a game called Dead Army 4, and you run about, it's during World War II, and you're killing zombies, like Nazi zombies. So I'm up to the point where I'm about to kill Hitler. Being a zombie.
I hope he makes
And
it.
they reincarnate him. They reincarnate him. I hope you fucking die, Paul. I hope you lose, Paul. But no, it's so I got a PlayStation Portable for my Christmas. That's what Santa brought me. How good?
Aye, they're great. After playing with yours for 10 minutes, I went out and got one the next day as well.
Did you?
Aye.
Did you go out and buy one?
So you can portal into your computer, which is cool. So you can have all your games. So say, for instance, you're playing, I'm using this as an example, Minecraft, and you're going somewhere and you can sit in your bed or sit in your hotel room and play from your computer. And if you don't have a PlayStation 5 and you just want to play the PlayStation Network, there's a host of games.
Aye, they've got games loaded on it, Aye.
So it's a great bit of kit.
Is this for the 30th
Yes.
anniversary? It's all part of that,
Have you seen the 30th? So this is the edition I got. It's called the Portable 30th edition.
I changed my PlayStation 5 load up screen to the.
Aye. So look at it.
Oh,
So this is sold out everywhere. It's really hard to get.
this is what you have.
I went for the 30th.
Aye, you've got.
I know, because I'm an old guy.
Aye, it's nostalgia. It's not
we
even
were-
about the games.
We were kids with this.
Aye, I remember getting it.
I remember like getting the PlayStation for my Christmas. So my uncle used to have a PlayStation. My uncle was pretty cool. He used to let us go up to his room
Aye, please,
and play
please.
his PlayStation. And all you had to do was not tell about the secrets. And that was fine. Don't get live there, but no.
Aye, well. Hey.
No, like, it was cool. And he had a PlayStation and he used to let us play it all the time. This was like, I just remember he had a Sega and then went for a Sega. Nothing in between. I don't remember like a Nintendo.
What was the one? GameCube. No
I
GameCube.
don't-
Is it GameCube?
Aye. But then you had the Sega Saturn. I don't remember any of these games in his room. I literally went for the Sega to the PlayStation. I was like, oh my God, look at
Big
this.
jump, I
And
played, it was all the Medal of Honor games I played. Metal Gear Solid, do you remember that?
You can get all them on the network where you can just play 30th anniversary of fucking Metal Gear Solid.
Made me cry.
The best console I ever got, I use might be a bit too old, but this was peak for me, the Wii.
The Wii was
Getting the
pretty
Wii
cool,
for Christmas, because that was like that was an event.
Too
Everyone was
old,
involved in that. Aye, and like used one of the Waynes when that came out. I was 7 when I had my Wii.
I do remember getting the Wii, and it was a legendary computer at the time. I like Mario. So getting to play Mario, because it allowed you to download all the old Marios onto it, so you didn't have to piss about with SNES or NES.
I liked the tennis on the Wii, actually. That was all right. Mind you, did the Olympics.
Oh, see that game, Wii Sports, man? Bowling and
Aye,
stuff
aye,
like
aye.
that. Just,
Good day, everyone.
aye.
That was mind-blowing at the time.
But then the
Now you'd
oldest
be like,
daughter, she
shit.
got a Wii U, and then a big screen. So they were like, oh, you can still use all the Wii stuff. You know, we've got a big screen, you can piss about it.
Aye, it's good, mate.
Now it's Switch. There's a new Switch coming out, I think it's March time, like the Switch 2 basically. So I'm looking forward to that.
The VR stuff's unreal now, Boxing, mate. VR boxing, it's just like 30 rounds a day in the house. Just dying on my couch.
Some cardio.
Fighting fucking absolute randoms to the death, mate, in my sitting room. So, I can't get enough of it. But aye, my cardio's bad now, like.
Did I tell you I'm reading Ready Player One?
Are you reading that?
Brilliant.
Yeah, I thought you'd read that before.
No, this is my first time reading it. I've seen the film.
What did we? Is that what we spoke about before?
I don't know, but
This feels familiar.
Maybe that's why have we spoke about Ready Player One before? Have we? Right, because now they're talking about the VR and just everything doing it, and people's lives are so shit outside of VR that they just live in the place it's called Oasis and they go and do anything they want.
You would do, eh?
Aye. Like, why would you cut about your house?
Do you still use your Apple headset? Or is like the novelty kind of worn off for you?
There's not a lot of shit you can do with it. You can watch some cool films, but it's very personal rather than like if it's Christmas time and you're like to the Wayne's, right? See you in 40 minutes, and you just slide on to watch a TV show.
You basically do disappear into your own world, though. That's the problem.
So it's a cool bit of technology. Is it worth it right now? I don't think. I think there needs to be more needs to come out for the Apple Vision Pro. It's like when you compare this to the Oculus and Metaverse, it blows out of the water, but there's nothing there. So they're spending all this money at Apple developing this technology, but there's nothing. They've not got the apps, they've not got the interface. So there's no the Metaverse where you can go in and have these chat rooms. But I can see how it's going to be Ready Player One very, very soon. It's
probably there now. They're just waiting to let it rip, eh? Fucking Terminators out there and that.
Just and then so in Ready Player One, it's all about them buying stuff, and we see it with our kids. They're buying the outfits. They're like, oh, I want to have. So the wee guy's car is he drives a DeLorean, but because so it's set in like 2050 or something like that. It's around about that time, and they love the nostalgia. So the guy that invented Oasis was like a geek for the 80s, and he's made this world. So his is a DeLorean, but he's got Ecto-1 license plate, so the Ghostbusters license plate. 2 Ghostbusters badges in the side of it, and it's got a Kit Knight Rider fucking... And that's just overkill, mate. Like, sometimes just one of them would be enough, but some of the wee nostalgic stuff's kind of cool.
All the stuff's always 80s, eh? Was it me and you, Greg, saw the thing where it was like the conspiracy that the world ended in the 80s? What was it again? The world ended in the 80s and fucking... That's why everybody holds this...
Is that no the origin of like the Mandela effect? That's what it is, because they're saying that people are on a different timeline or something like that.
Aye, something similar to that. Something fairly trippy, like...
It was a catastrophic event.
Aye, in the 80s. And that's why I'm
not saying I believe this, by the way.
I do, mate. You told me you did believe it.
No, I didn't.
We were in New York talking about it.
I just quite enjoy like reading about the conspiracy theories and mad bastards like yourself.
Aye, I'm in, like, I believe it.
So they say everything died, and that's why we keep having this love for
Or we live in a different... I don't know, similar to like Interstellar. No, Interstellar. What's the fucking film? Don't let me go, Murph. Interstellar, innit? Aye. And he comes back and you've seen Interstellar, aye?
See, I think the 90s, for me it's the 90s. I listen to 90s music.
Just new, but...
We play 90s games.
I know, I do, for sure.
We play the Sega, we play the Nintendo. So like, I'm not playing Pong. I'm not like, oh, I'm on fire up Pong.
I know. But I see, like, I worked in an 80s club, so I know any like 80s, so I'm like, oh, that's fucking Blondie Atomic, and you sing along to it. Like, I don't know, people do have like a mad love for the 80s. There is a thing. I don't know how people are going to look back in 30 years and go, oh, remember the fucking 2020s? They were quality. Like, what's going to jump out at you?
Because I know I'm old.
COVID.
But music's shit.
Music's all the same.
That is.
It's just...
I get it. I'm old as shit.
Aye.
Technology, maybe?
I don't know.
But I don't think there's been a greater leap in technology.
I work in a techno club now, so music is just like...
I don't mean techno as in... I mean...
No, that's what... But what I'm saying is, like, music-wise, if you're thinking about, like, songs that jump out at you, it's not going to be fucking... Holy priest out his nut. Again, it's... I don't know. I don't know what's going to...
It'll be like people like Beyonce dropping shit like that and...
Kidding on, she's a cowgirl in that now. Aye. That seems to be her thing.
Do you think they can do anything else with the phones? Do you think there's anything else that they can do?
Aye, put them inside you. That's going to be it. You're just going to talk to
phone,
your hand or something.
An actual phone, I don't think there's a lot more you can do with it. Because they're just kind of better camera.
You're fucking about with it now, aye.
Better camera.
Glasses. Like, seen the glasses? Where they go about and a lot of these TikTokers are doing the filming stuff on the it's Ray-Ban, eh?
Aye.
Filming them on that. I like when they ask them the fucking pure easy questions and the cunts didn't know the answer. Like, name 3 countries in Asia. They're like, Asia. They're fucking brilliant.
You checking out phone?
Aye, so they're basically just saying it's going to be AI features. So a lot more AI built into them.
Mm-hmm. So like you think about when we were kids, we didn't have phones, and then we then had phones, and now phones are.
I was in first year when I got a phone. I went to high school. My dad was like, right, it's time you got a phone. But before that, I never had a phone. No cunt knew where I was. Just like out and about South Queensferry doing whatever you wanted.
So phones, that's the guy.
How much do you think they hold back though? Because I always think Apple's maybe
5 years,
4 steps ahead, and they just.
It's about 5 years the estimate, eh?
Aye, because you obviously see Samsung just drop everything when you get it. They're like, you like these cameras? Watch this. You want to take people at your pictures? Watch this.
Aye, that's quite good, eh?
Samsung don't give a fuck.
Aye.
They just give you always Apple are like, no.
Trip.
You're in with us anyway. You've got a watch, you've got an iPad.
Aye.
You've got
What's
your
it my
Apple
son
TV.
calls it? The Appleverse, or so, is this the term? Appleverse?
Is it?
Because they want
once
you.
you're in, you can't go out.
They've never brought out a product that's never done well.
But then it could be shit and we just have to buy it.
Why do you know what I was thinking this other day? Why have I got an Apple Watch?
Because you got an Apple phone.
Aye. I don't need an Apple Watch at all. I've no use for it whatsoever.
I bought a half decent golf watch, like a tracker, and it's the watch is a belter. It's a tag watch, right? But it's all got all this smart shit on it. But it just is
A smart watch, aye.
Aye.
Does it track your golf ball?
Tracks my hit, tracks where the ball's going, tracks where the swing speed, tracks everything, man. And you GPS, all this kind of shit. But it just isn't an Apple Watch. So it doesn't matter how much this watch cost. It's not an Apple Watch. So when I'm tracking all that shit, I was wearing 2 watches, and I was taking a golf watch off and putting it on my side of my bed and wearing the Apple Watch.
But it's purely for the golf purpose though, isn't it? So
I know, but it's still a smartwatch. It still gets messages. You can still do all the same
so
things.
can do everything.
Can do everything.
The Huawei ones are bangers, eh? Have you seen the Huawei smartwatches?
No.
Fucking so superior to the Apple Watch, and they're like 200 quid, but you're never buying it.
Why? Because
it's no Apple.
It's just a hard. It's a system.
Aye. I was looking at that green one. I was like, I might give my son the fucking. Aye, look, it's only 170 quid.
But it's an actual watch.
Aye, but that's a smartwatch too. It just doesn't look like it.
Aye.
It's honestly, they look so much better.
But we need to do what.
But you got to have the Apple Watch.
superior of Apple tells us.
Aye.
This is the shape you want. You want a square.
Aye. Steve Jobs' ghost.
See, speaking of like technology and it being New Year, do you have any like Y2K memories? Like, was that a big deal?
Aye, it was massive,
it was
mate.
huge.
So my mum and dad worked at Hewlett-Packard when that happened. So it was going to be like the factory was going to just fucking collapse. People genuinely believed that, mate.
So what did people think was going to happen?
All the computers were just going to fucking die.
Because they couldn't work out, so they would just roll back to zero.
Right.
So the computers never had the interface to deal with it, and there was a lot of people like scrabbling, a lot of tech guys were scrabbling to try and sort all this stuff.
They told you to turn off all computers before.
Aye.
Midnight.
Aye, you did. We did. I remember like my dad unplugging everything in the house and that. Cunts believed it, mate.
Why not? We believe fucking COVID.
Aye, I know.
Millennium bug.
Aye.
Aye, the Millennium Bug, that was it. And it was all the computers were going to be fucked. My mum and dad worked in Hewlett Packard, and it was like, the whole factory's just going to fucking go up in smoke. Like, it's not going to be able to cope with changing time.
Aye, going to
So
day-
weird.
But
day zero.
that's so crazy to me that we built them,
Aye, mate, you have to
and
remember,
we're like,
like,
we don't know if these are going to work.
the generation above us are morons, mate. Like, they're morons. Look at them. Look at them cutting about. They can't drive when it's icy, these cunts. They've been driving for fucking 60 years. Morons.
What about the AI?
AI.
Like that's like it doesn't matter about the Millennium Bug. We've pretty much
Skynet's live.
we've got a system in place. We've got a few systems because they're all obviously Apple have got their own. You've got like what's other it's
Google
no
have just
iOS,
announced one as well.
Google. What do you call it? It's no iOS. What's that called? What's their interface called?
Is Google.
They released a new one that is doing like the drawings from text, which is it's unbelievable, honestly.
So we fucked, man.
They were actually talking about it on the radio when I was listening to it. It's like it's now got to the point where the way people are interpreting media, you really can't believe a single thing that's online anymore.
Did anyone believe
How
it
do
before?
you-
Like,
Well, if you've seen a video, you were you tend to kind of say like, well, the video is probably real. You didn't know when it happened. The dates were maybe changed, but now you really can't. There's photos that you cannot tell if they're real or not. There's videos that you don't know if they're real or not.
I don't know, mate. I think other than like your nana watching the BBC, and it's like that. If Ron Burgundy says it's the true thing, that's gone. I don't think anybody's believed the news or newspapers or videos or pictures forever.
But I think that's still fucking dangerous if there is like older people like your old fucking nana that's sitting that's believing it, because they've still got a bit of pull.
See, here's
unfortunately,
here's an example. McGregor. There's all the shit that goes around him. You go on the internet right now, you'll find positive and you'll find negative. You can have the media tell you what you want to hear.
Oh well, they do, don't they? Like,
McGregor's not a bad guy. Cool. That's the kind of stuff you can read, and then it's like, do you really believe that he was involved in all that shit?
No, I didn't.
Because internet, we can find where he did, and then we can find somewhere saying that it's a load of shit. Because it's all a lie.
It's the mimicking people's voices. It's dangerous.
It's good, eh?
It was the Joe Rogan one I'd seen.
Aye.
Wild.
Do you know what's brilliant? Do you know what I think the best? You know what I think the best thing about all this is? You could be sitting in court and just be like, "That is not me." Doesn't matter. You've got it's not me.
Aye, this is kind of what I mean. Like, so what do you believe? Like, so that there's a whole umbrella that comes under that, which you're just saying, like legal reasons. It wasn't me. It was AI. Like, how can you actually? Where does it go for there?
I don't know. I feel like it's lawless now. I think people were silly for believing this stuff before. I think people were silly for believing what they saw in the news. I think
it was much harder then than it is now.
But
it's much harder. It's much easier to believe it then because you were only, as Greg was saying, like you're watching a video.
But do you think so? Say your dad bought the paper, right, and read something in the paper. Would your dad think that was true?
100%.
How mad does that sound?
But then why would he not think it was real?
Because it's just somebody wrote it in a paper.
But there's rules with regards
to
it. But
it's lawless.
There'll be rules. They have to follow.
Hey, fucking, what's his name? Piers Morgan. Mind they got caught faking all the photos of like the British soldiers kicking fuck at the prisoners and that. They were all fake. None of them were real. Mate, they were hacking into fucking dead children's parents' fucking voicemails and that. Remember all that shit? And that was all these cunts.
Well, there's obviously people that did break the rules, but there is some sort of legalities they've got to follow.
Whereas I think now you don't have to, do you? I don't know what the legalities like are on.
It's just like prove who did it. That's the hardest thing, eh? It's these wee bot farms. Like we guys, like Andrew Tate exploded on social media and never had a social media account. Just fucking got all these wee guys just to make clips, make videos, boom. It's quite smart. It just shows you people can do. You do whatever you want through somebody else. So they're always going to find ways around it. I don't know. I never believed it anyway. I'm not going to start believing it now.
I kind of fell into the bracket. I'd pull that paper out, read it, and I'd be like, oh, that's legit.
That must be true.
I'm not going to question it.
I know. It's mad. Like, I look at stuff like that now and see my dad, if he was doing the pub and somebody told him something, he'd be like, aye, fucking such and such said if I do that. And you'd be like, why would you believe that? Why would you think that's true? I just think the older generation are just fucking morons, mate. They just believe anything because they were brought up in a world where, like you say, if the fucking, what's the nonce cunt for the news? Welsh guy, Hugh Edwards. Like, well, he seemed an all right guy. Why would he lie? I don't know. Sweating my tits off, by the way.
Because you went a bit around.
I'm ranting about using it. Shaved my head badly this morning.
The UFC's not been on.
I know.
Does it make your conspiracy delve deeper?
Oh, badly.
Like, I don't actually need to watch the UFC, so I'll just dive in something.
I'll just look at fucking what people have been up to. Did you see the one I sent you this morning with the Scooby-Doo masks? See what they've been up to. You know the ones I'm talking about.
Do you think the Russians shot down the Azerbaijan?
100% they did, mate. See the bullet holes up the side of it.
Oh, is there actual footage of that?
Aye, mate.
And what are they saying they didn't?
No, I think they're just saying it might have been a drone.
They said it's a shame it crashed, eh? And that's it. But they shot it. They just fucking pinged it. Azerbaijan, so they're really Russians too.
Is there actual footage of like bullet holes and stuff like that?
Well, it's smashed in the ground and it's fucking blown to bits. It's bad. Like there was another one the same week, another plane,
South Korean one, but that was a commercial.
That was brutal, eh? Did you see it landing? The fucking wheels didn't come out. Lands on the runway, starts skidding along, just catches fire and just.
Well, they're saying experts are saying that it's the way that the airport was designed didn't help because it had like a big antenna mast at the end of the runway, so it ran into that.
Is that what
it there? It might have just like not.
Well, it was on fire anyway, though, mate. It was on fire. that give you mad anxiety?
Aye, mate.
Aye.
Absolutely terrifying.
2 in a week, eh? Hey, I'm sure the Russians did one before over Ukraine, didn't they? Shot it down with some...
I'm not worried about the Russians. They're not targeting airplanes, but the Korean man scares the shit out of me, aye.
It can just go wrong,
just drones flying into planes.
Well, they're saying it was a bird strike on that one.
Aye. How the fuck are they alive on the beach on Lost, mate? No danger. I'm not buying it. That many cunts are all alive. They would
Mate,
all
if you
been
think
dead.
that's far-fetched, you're in for a fucking shock. We lost, by the way.
What episode you on?
8. Like 8 or 9. They've shot a polar bear. They're trying to...
Do you like that guy Sawyer? I always thought he was kind of cool.
What one's he?
He's the handsome guy with the long hair.
Aye, who hates the Iraqi guy. Took me a moment there. Doesn't he like him? Calls him different names. I like him. Not the Iraqi, the other one. Yeah, I'm suspicious of the Iraqi guy. I think he might be a problem. I think he's planning something. That's how it looks to me. He looks suspicious. You don't think? Have you seen Lost?
No, he's not.
Is he a bad guy or a good guy?
I've seen it, but you're talking when it was first out. So when was
do you
it?
remember watching week to week bit?
Aye, it was amazing.
It was on week to week, eh? Didn't do that now. Whole season now, and I'm not watching it.
Aye. Are you watching anything?
I'm watching Tulsa King still. Can I just?
Is this the new season?
No, I'm just on the
Still on
first
the old?
season.
That's just fun, innit?
Aye.
See when I seen it advertised on Paramount, I was like, fuck it. Sylvester Stallone, what are you doing, man? And then you start watching, you're like, oh yeah, fucker.
I think it's not to be taken too seriously, isn't it?
Nah,
it's a bit tongue in cheek, sort of.
There's a bit of comedy in it as well.
Try to think what films I've been watching. Sure, I've watched a few last few days with Lewis.
It's Christmas into New Year's. You know, it's only.
I watched Jason Bateman's new one, Carry On.
Oh, aye.
It's actually quite good. Did you watch it, Craig?
You should say it was like Die Hard.
Aye, it's that's how Chloe like sold me on it. She said it's kind of like Die Hard, but it's not really. But it is still good.
Kind of like that Jason guy. He's kind of cool.
Aye,
You're not quite a murder mystery guy,
that's not really a murder mystery though.
but I'm saying you personally, like you don't know like a bit.
Do you know like the Orient Express, the old-fashioned one? Aye.
But Zulu, mate. No, what Zulu over the Christmas and New Year period.
That was actually on Christmas Day, I'm sure.
Of course,
that's
mate.
why he picks it as
It's a fucking Christmas classic, mate. You know, watch it.
Nah, I watched Wallace and Gromit on Christmas Day.
By the way, great though, eh?
Unbelievable.
Great. Shaun the Sheep the other day, I watched Shaun the Sheep with my daughter. I was like, so fucking good, mate.
My daughter's scared of the plasticine.
The chicken.
Just in general.
It's a fucking scary guy.
Ever since she was born, I was like, I'm going to watch Wallace and Gromit. Terrified, I'm sure no watch. It's like, no.
Is it stop motion?
Aye.
Would have been back in the day. I don't know what it is now. Is it?
Still
Is it?
making stop
Aye.
motion.
That's quality.
But last night, I was flicking through the TV, like flicking through the Netflix, as you do when you've got fucking nothing else to do. Royal Rumble? 30, how many? 36? It's good. 2001, Blammo. Put on 2001 Royal Rumble. Me and my daughter watched it, and then I'll show a video. I was showing her how to do like the slap. It's fucking kicked me in the throat. But the video looks brilliant. But we watched the Royal Rumble, and she like at the start she was kind of like, but see, by the end of it, it says at like 10:30 at night. She's normally in bed for 10:30. And she's like, no, I need to see who's winning because the Rock's still hanging on. Just brilliant. Kane smashing everybody.
Fucking wish my kids were in bed for 10:30.
Has it all been cut? Like bits?
Still Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit still has his match with Chris Jericho on that.
Aye.
And you're watching it thinking, aye, there's a reason you've got CT, mate.
It's weird you said that. I think I watched the one, it might have been 2002. It was around that year. It was one Brock Lesnar one, but like Chris Benoit's in it as well. Aye. And I'm like, so if they just kept everything, like, do you think there's the episode of Raw that?
But why should they cut it, mate?
Oh,
because WWE wiped everything.
But that's what happened, though. So, like, just because it's inappropriate for the time, it is historically what happened. Why should we? It shouldn't be edited.
Like his finishing moves.
The
Smashing.
actual WWE app edits all the attitude errors. I don't know if to do Chris Benoit though. I don't know if he's still in it.
Right.
Grado gave me his login, so I'd been watching some of the old wrestling as well, but I'd noticed that it'd all been censored.
Did you watch the foosball on Christmas Day?
I did.
I had to watch it for, what's his name? Travis Kelce. Eva thinks this guy's cool as fuck.
Taylor's boyfriend.
Because
goes out with Taylor Swift.
It's wild.
Is he good at football?
Aye, he's good.
Is he? Aye.
Aye,
What does he do?
He's a tight end.
Okay.
I'm not even going to try and explain.
No, go, please do.
Nah, like
What's his
tight end's
role?
A bit of a utility player. They're a bit of Everton.
To get good money.
Aye, he'll be
right.
he'll be in good cash. His brother's also got like one of the most famous podcasts right now.
What's it called?
I seen Bill Murray was on it.
Jason Kelsey's, yes.
Who's he go out with?
I think he's just a big fat beer drinking guy that's got
Have
a
you ever
wife
seen this guy?
and all that.
No.
He was like a
Am I fucking living like in just some sort of mad...
You don't use social media.
No.
No way.
Well, I do, but just... He looks all right.
Was he the Eagles? Ah, he was.
he's actually pretty funny.
He looks...
So he does the podcast with his brother, Travis Kelce.
The one I'd seen was
I
Bill
feel like
Murray
we-
was on it.
I feel like
Bill
me and him
Murray's
have
telling
similar
funny
opinions. So that's it. He just has a podcast and used to play football. Doesn't he play now?
No, he's retired. He retired last year, I think.
He doesn't look very old. Do you know get along?
Nah, people retire quite. The injuries are
Injury-
so heavy
injuries
duty
to
in
fuck,
NFL.
aye.
Aye.
37. Yeah, I can't.
Did you like it? Did you like the football? Did you get into it a bit?
I was all right, aye. Like I've
See, when you actually sit down and learn the rules, it is class.
It's good.
It's-
Watching the Super Bowl, even if you don't watch football.
it's definitely as good as watching Hearts.
They got a good result yesterday.
I don't know. Why do I really watch now? I
Who
just
were playing Motherwell?
They beat Motherwell. Aye.
usually lose to Motherwell.
Well, they've been quite shite recently, Hearts.
Aye. For the last, 15 years or something. it's a long running thing. But
Were you about the football?
There was another game on yesterday.
it just brings out the worst in Scotland that I'm not in.
No, you got to
Well,
have
one of the
passion.
players did get pelted with a coin.
You got to have passion.
I tell you
And it
what's good
shows-
though. That's much rarer now. That doesn't happen as much as it used to.
I think it should happen more.
More people get hit with coins.
I
aye.
want to see more passion.
I remember when they Mind
I see more
SFA
fights.
put Hearts on a warning. Rab Douglas got fucking his head cut open, and they were like, right, one more coin thrown incident. User going to games behind closed doors because it just Hearts and Hibs. It just kept happening every week.
There was an incident in the Dundee United game as well. I think Goodwin got a bottle chucked at him as well, the manager.
Did they?
Aye.
Bottles used to be because they never pat you doing their fuck all now, eh?
Guys, it's the start of 2025, the start of your journey into fitness. And I hear you out there saying, listen, Paul, I've got sore joints, I've got a sore shoulder, I've got a sore knee for playing football all the years. There is no excuse now for you not to get involved in the sport that you're looking to do. And there's one company out there who I would suggest that you go and check out, and it's Anaconda. And if you'd love to have some support from Anaconda, Ross, where can you hit them up?
You can get them at anacondafightwear.co. They still have their Christmas holiday sale. You can save up to 50%. You can also save an extra 10% at the checkout when you put in the code LEATHERED10.
There is no excuse this year. Start the year on the right foot. Get yourself some Anaconda. And as always, keep it Anaconda.
But I've not drank a whiskey since that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I've binned it, eh?
It was
getting out of hand.
I was leaving January. I was getting
It was
out
getting
of
a
hand.
hand.
I was leaving January just to be like, hey, sort your shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Sort your shit out. So fucking about. Get back on the bike.
Aye, the bike. I was wondering when we would segue into this, which is just like, came out of nowhere, but it's a very cool. Do you want to?
Aye, so every year I do a challenge in January. So last year it was row 100 miles.
I remember that.
Year before that was run. So this year I was looking at like, because I've got that watt bike, I was like, right, I'm going to do like a bike challenge. So I started looking for all these different bike challenges, and I found this ideal bike challenge for Ross, and it was cycle from
Buckingham Palace
into France, and basically follow the route that the soldiers in World War II would have done. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So I put it in the chat and see if Ross was in. And the minute he said he was in,
Right, let's
we
go.
were in. It's this one.
That's it there,
So it's
big
called-
battlefield bike ride.
So for what I've looked, they do this every year and they pick a different place to go from and go to.
Is that right?
So we're doing it for Help for Heroes charity.
Yeah.
I know quite a lot of people might not get behind military charities. Like there's people out there who are like, I know what you're thinking. You're like,
Guys
who
like
does
Chubby Fenian, they'll not be into it.
they don't like the support, but the thing is, there's people come out after serving in the military, giving
They're fucked
away a lot of their time and some of their life, and they need support after they leave. And this is one of the charities that actually support.
And wounded soldiers and stuff as well. Listen, if you've had your fucking legs blown off, you need a hand. So however it happened, so be it. But we got to help these guys.
So this is what we're
Have
doing.
either of these ever cycled any sort of distance like that?
No, mate. You're mad.
I know you.
Of course not.
Maybe when I stole her.
Mate, I used to love going cycling on the roads, but it's
I
just
thought you guys used to love going stealing bikes.
I did like that as well. Do you know what we used to do, right? So I grew up in South Queensferry. So what we would do, we would get the train to Dunfermline and you would wear like cycling stuff like shorts and a hoodie. Right, listen. And you would take your bag and you just had bolt cutters in it. And we would go down to Bannatyne's gym, get off the train at Dunfermline, go down to Bannatyne's gym, mate, snip the fucking bikes at the front of the gym and cycle them back to Queensferry.
A real piece of shit, ain't you?
Oh, mate. Aye. Looking back now, like, aye, that
Imagine
was
you
shite.
just done a workout and you come out to get your bike.
Aye. That's what we...
I think it's funny. I pictured him in fucking cycling gear.
it wasn't like tight lycras and that, but we made it look as if we were legitimate cycling.
So it was your bike.
Aye.
It's going to be a 4-day bike ride.
That was only like 10 mile.
So 4 days. You've been doing some training.
A wee bit, mate.
How's the legs been holding up?
I have been getting cramps. Like I've definitely not been drinking enough.
Zoom up. Go up. Stop right here.
Electrolytes.
Go down to that. Down again. If this L sausage can do it, I think we'll be fine.
See, I take it you need to take your own bike. They don't provide bikes.
So
I'm thinking like you need to make sure you've not got a fucking Shannon bike.
Aye, like a mountain bike.
What about an electric bike?
They're allowed that. So I've seen people have actually got what do you call it? Like
Dedicated historian.
Hybrid bikes or something.
Hybrid bikes, aye. And it's like for people who just want to get involved in the...
And enjoy the experience.
Smoke a doobie when they're...
Have you seen the challenges? It's like Lord of the Rings. So
Yes, I done them.
Oh, mate.
you done that before? I was going to ask you, because I thought you'd...
Here we go.
I done it. So
Fucking
cool. So you
Mary's
got
in lost.
Have you got the wee
Is
medals
he
now?
Mary or is he Pippin?
it's
It's
the
Pippin.
Scottish one, isn't
Pippin.
it?
It's Pippin.
Mate, it took me ages to work out it was him. Do you know when I did? When he came out the tunnel and his face was all like
Boyd,
covered
his
in the
name
dirt
is.
and that. And I was like, yeah, I can't. It's
Something Boyd.
a wee hobbit.
Billy Boyd.
Billy Boyd.
Billy Boy.
So have you got the medals and all that?
Yes.
Explain what it is for people because it's pretty cool,
Right,
man.
so there's a company out there who will give, if you pay them money, they will allow you to use their system, and their system basically tracks the distance from Mordor to the Mount Doom to destroy the ring. Now, when I first started it, I was running it barefoot.
Is it not for the Shire to Mordor?
Where did I say?
You said Mordor to Mount Doom.
That's like
That's a bit-
basically
that's
like
5
down the
metre.
road. aye.
Just there, aye.
So I was running it barefoot, and I was like, I'm going to run this with a backpack. I'm going to be Sam. But it ended up like just fucking going out the window because I was wearing like a running vest. But I ended up doing it, so they split it up into like, I'm sure it was 5 challenges. Shire to the Prancing Pony was one, and then Prancing Pony to Rivendell, and then Rivendell to I can't even remember. It was like maybe Lothlorien and Lothlorien through the fields of fucking the dead. So anyway, it was brilliant, and I got obsessed with it. And then after I walked the first one, I walked and ran that. I then decided the next one shouldn't be walked because it was too easy, and it should only be ran. And I was just running it barefoot.
There's a Game of Thrones one now.
Is there?
Aye.
Who'd you get to follow?
I got my
I'm
son
not
the
sure. I
books.
just seen that there was different versions.
Surely it would be the Hound and Arya.
See, that'd be off your fucking hoof.
I got my son the books for Christmas, you
Lord of the
country.
Rings or
Game of
They're
Thrones.
fucking like this.
Massive, and the text is small, but your cunt is in, like.
Aye,
I'm like,
it's-
oh, I'm so glad son's like grabbed him again. Do you know what I mean?
I did stop. It was getting fucking.
Is it?
Aye, I finished that last one, and it was just getting to the point you're like, I'm not enjoying this.
Aye.
Like the first 3 books were absolutely tremendous,
Mm-hmm.
but then the last book it was like jumping all over the place. They're changing people's names, and
Mm.
I'm like, right, I need a bit. And he's not finished the books. The old Dick's not finished the books,
Oh,
and he's
That's
no the
disappointing.
picture of health.
tell him to hurry up. Phone him right now.
So I'm like, right, I'll take a wee bit of time off it, and that's why I picked up Train Spotting and Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm. Oh, mate, I need to read that one. And see, when I went home, I was like, I've got a fucking book in this motor somewhere. I was looking about for it for ages. I thought I'd left it up there. What's the jumper? My Christmas jumper.
Possibly.
That's mine. Oh, quality. Any MMA news? About you want to
No, so we're still talking about challenge.
Aye, sorry, we are, aye. Fucking
Challenge,
hell.
man.
Sorry,
So,
mate.
we'll get a fair- we'll get a
my
fair
head's
bit of
mashed
everything.
potatoes, eh?
So on bikes.
On
from
bikes.
London.
How many miles is it? Do we know? We didn't. We know very little about this challenge. How hard do you think this will be? Do you know what I think will be the problem? I think day 1 and 2 will be like, oh, this is easy, and then like 3 will start getting mad cramps and stuff.
So prior to signing up for this, I've been doing cycling. I've been using Zwift as an app.
Is that the one you
buy
sent
that?
me the picture of?
Is that the same as Peloton sort of thing?
No, so the bike itself's watt bike, and it's used for fitness and it tracks. So I'd been originally just using graphs and stuff like that and just following the graphs, which is brilliant because it ticks all the ADHD, autism side of me that I'm like, this is brilliant, just following a line. But then I decided, I'll try this Swift. So then I started doing activities on it. And my pal, who's 250 miles
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
over 3 days, man, that's fucking stoosh city.
I could jog that.
I can't wait till 2026 when we're doing something.
Aye, extreme.
Aye, right.
Climb Everest or something. 11
You
hours.
said you could do it in 11 hours.
I would.
Aye.
Probably quicker.
On a bike as well.
Aye, mate, see if I've done this one. Once I've trained for this and I'm in shape, I'll probably do it in
You'll be the new, is it green boots? Or just a pair of gazelles sticking out the... A pair of Adidas gazelles sticking out the snow.
Fuck it. I was looking at gazelles the other day, actually. Feeling old, man.
So I'm in with bike riding, but my arse is taking a pounding. So then, like a proper like
It is sore, mate.
like see the gooch.
Your
on the
actual
thighs.
anus hurts.
Like see, because I've got quite fat thighs, they kept rubbing. I was cycling a few days ago, right, and I was getting right in here, and I was fucking hammering it. And I just had a pair of like Nike Pro shorts on, you know, like the ones everybody wears. And they started riding up. I didn't realise they were riding up, and because I was soaking wet with sweat, I ended up just grabbing my nutsack, like so they just rolled up into the. I had to actually get off the bike and like unfold
That's-
all the fabric. They
I
just
feel like
basically
I'm
crushed my
constantly
sack.
fucking like sitting an arse cheek on the seat and then having to fucking change.
You'll
It's
need
just
to get proper...
So I actually bought.
Padding.
I bought. It's called a chamois. That's what they call it. Like a wee gusset, fucking. So my mate's right into biking, so he tells me you need a chamois. I get a chamois. He also says you need lube. So what they do is before they put on their shorts, they cover it with this fucking lubrication, and then put your shorts on.
Very gay.
And then cycle, but they cycle for like a few hours at a time. Whereas when I'm jumping on, I'm only doing like maybe an hour, which is like maybe about 20k, and then I'm jumping on. So he told me about this thing where you can race people. So it's a time trial. You sign up. Part of this Zwift. So I signed up for my first one. I'm all ready. And I'm like, I'm going to smash all these guys. And it's only 3.3k, which is worked out about 5 minutes of cycling. I fucking gun it for the start, man. And I realised that's only you cycle up to the start line. So I gun it, pull away for the pack, and I feel great. And then it's like, and start on 3. Things were killing me before I even kicked in. So then you start pedaling, and then the one I picked was Glasgow, and it's not Glasgow.
pick a city.
But it's just taking like landmarks of Glasgow and put them onto like a wee computer generated track. Absolutely brilliant. Super obsessed with it. Buying all the gear, bought that lube, bought a chamois, bought one of the wee vests.
What is a chamois? What is it? Like a cloth?
It's the thing that goes in between your balls, the soft thing.
Pull that shit up.
Chamois.
I'm going to say
Cycling. Name. Oh, there's butt cream as well.
It's just like a padded arse.
butter. A padded arse.
It just stops your ass from hurting.
Gooch protection.
Aye. And it's actually alright. So I got one of these stupid suits, you know, with the fucking...
Aye.
Aye. Yes. So we will get the section for donations. We will get that up.
I'm going to Bannintyn's to steal bikes. Bannintyn's done firm one.
Any
Got
advice?
caught.
Did you stop after that?
No.
Get one of the wee side cabs and I'll go and record it for the podcast.
In a sidecar.
And you see the wee side cars, you clap onto the mic.
My brother, his boss, used to go out on like a motorbike in a sidecar, him and his wife, to go fucking hit by a motor and died.
Why are you laughing?
It just seems horrendous, eh? Like imagine just you're in the motorbike sidecar, like, oh, gone. Dust.
Aye. So there you go.
we go there.
Aye. So any advice for us cycling?
Aye, because honestly, I know nothing about cycling. I've been cycling in the gym just on
Listen, I've seen elders do this, so I think we'll be fine.
I'm going to say though, surely cycling in the gym's nothing like this.
How?
You just steady state.
Fighting in the gym is like
There's no
fighting on a cage.
elevation, no decline elevation, anything like that.
Nah, I put I said what bike's different too. What bike's legit?
Yours will be having elevation and all
Mm-hmm.
that.
Right, I can.
With with paddles.
So I can do it with my paddles if I'm changing gears to go up a hill, or I'm changing gears to go down a hill. Because on the time trial, you
I've
don't
not
want
accounted for
you
hills
don't want to be
at all.
freewheeling. You want to be like as much power as you possibly can. Super, it's like
I set resistance.
new
But-
obsession.
Aye.
Get
So we're a
some spin
couple-
classes done.
I like a spin class as well. I do.
Stare
enjoy
at the
it.
birds like. It's just birds and
Aye,
spin
why,
class.
do you, why would you go to the front? It's
Mate,
black,
CJD I've been going to. I don't know what it is with young guys now. I see more lassies fucking squatting than guys. You never see any guys doing like your sort of traditional exercises like knee behind the neck press, knee pull-ups,
what
knee
did the boys
dips.
do?
Fuck about. And they're all like wee beans who do high rocks and shit like that. And they're chucking medicine balls off the wall. And what happened to just coming down here and just trying to be fucking big?
The man?
It's just not a thing anymore. Like, there's a lot of young guys at the gym, but they're just gimping around in there. The only people taking the training seriously are girls.
Try and overcomplicate things.
Lasses
Good
are
old solid
doing it all for
confidence
their
lifts.
social media.
Lassies are doing it all for the social media. The way they're dressing is fucking very inappropriate. They shouldn't be going about dressing like that.
I thought you were going to say it's class. No, inappropriate.
No, it's no, mate. Fuck, we all know what it looks like. You didn't have to pull your shorts up through the middle of it and split yourself in half. It's just weird. There's weird things going on in commercial gyms now. You're doing the right thing, just staying away from them, training privately in your
That's how
fucking...
you get in trouble. You caught on some madness.
Honestly.
That's a nice top you've got. Is that Nike?
The other one is they wear the big baggy t-shirt, but then tuck it into the shorts. Man, I don't know. But aye, girls are taking the training seriously, and young guys are just. What day was I in? It was maybe 30 for the 30. I had work later on, and there's three like wee guys, and they're like booting a fucking Swiss ball around each other. And I was like, "Do you three want to fucking stop it?" And they like looked. I was like, "Yes, you three." And they were like, "Oh, we're just." I was like, "Well, fucking don't just." I'm like, I've not got much time in here. Then I've got to go to work and I've got to stand beside you three wee dicks. Fucking stop it. And they were just like, oh, sorry, we're just in. I was like, you're just in fucking about.
That's funny.
Oh, it annoys the life out of me.
I hate when there's 3 or 4 of them training together.
What's the point?
Aye, and they've all got earphones on. So they're not even talking to each other.
I know.
Like that.
Don't, mate, why would 4 guys go to the gym together?
That's how.
You can't. How does that dynamic work?
You can work with one partner for a sport,
Maybe.
and that's about it. man.
Aye, if you need.
And that's even a pain in the arse because it doubles your workout time.
I know.
I enjoy just getting into it
Myself. And I know you think you're a weirdo, or people think you're a weirdo because you go in, train, get out, but like, you're a busy guy, got a family. I've got a family, I've got work tonight. I've only got so much time in here, eh? I cannot be arsed with you wee gimps fucking about. Stop it. It's just...
Did he still use quite a lot of like free weights? Or is that just
the wee guys didn't do it now. No, you didn't see them doing
I used
it.
to remember like going into JD or JJB gym and just that back corner was just full of these fucking gorillas, man.
You do get a couple
Just
of, you do
big
get the odd monster still
fucking
kicking about.
monsters.
You do still get a couple. They're usually older. They'll be training on their own. Do you know where I see most of them is they'll drop the kids off at school and then straight to the gym. That's your time where they obviously go, Kim, what? These wee young dicks are still in their bed or they're at their work or whatever. That's the old man. The old man hour, eh? Like, sort of 9:30, 10:30, older guy, 40, juicing a wee bit, still likes a fucking hoagie wrap at the weekends, but wants to look all right for his wife and maybe chuck a young cunt about if he's got to. That's where we're at. But it's just weird. I didn't understand gym culture now. It's fucking awful.
Guys, the last thing you want to be dealing with in 2025 is an accident. We've got snow lying on the ground, the temperature's dropping, the roads are chaotic. Now, we don't want your experience of dealing with your insurance company chaotic, so why not use somewhere like G4 Claims to take away all that stress? Ross, where can we hit them up?
You can get them at 01698 767 172. You can also WhatsApp them if you don't want to talk to anyone on the phone, or you can get them at notatfaultclaim.com as well.
Guys, do not stress this January. If you've been involved in a non-fault accident and you're looking to take the stress away, then G4 is a place to go. How was New Year?
Oh, the worst I've seen for fucking years.
Because they shut down the street parties.
Street party all got fucked, aye. Weather wasn't even that bad. Wasn't even that bad. Don't know why they done it. The weather on the 30th was horrible. The 31st, it could easily have ran.
What about, did it just make clubs busier?
Nah.
Made them less because people weren't out?
Because it's only tourists that go. See, things that I don't think they actually did it for the weather. I think they were worried about a car getting driven into people. I don't think it's anything to do with the weather.
You think there was
I think they got a terror threat and they
threat?
just fucking wrapped it. They were like, do you know what, we're not having it happening here. Because it's just happened so many places since New Year, hasn't it? There was a few, there was one in London, I think there was one in New Orleans.
Were they terror attacks?
Aye. But same thing, just guys driving cars into crowds of people.
Something happened in Vegas as well, but the FBI are saying that the one in New Orleans wasn't linked.
Ah, wouldn't it be, eh?
A Tesla. Something to do with
The Tesla Cybertruck blew up.
Aye.
Aye, I saw that in Las Vegas. It was a fucking bomb.
Was that at the hotel?
Aye.
It was an American, it was an ex-military American guy.
Of course it was, aye. Who just happened to be called Mohammed. That's what it is.
Don't know if that's been verified.
No, it was a white guy.
Sure, mate. Same as the boy who stabbed the wee girls down in Southport was a Welsh guy.
Ross is like the newsreader in South Park, isn't he? Let's not jump to conclusions.
And it's Islam. That's what I think. The weather wasn't very bad, and I think
You think it was maybe a wee
I think they just used it as an excuse to go, look, something's going to happen, we're not going to risk it. The tune was just full of wee dicks, as usual. Techno nights, they're all out there not on kit, can't fucking behave, aren't used to any consequences. And as soon as somebody gets a fucking slap in the puss, they go, oh my God, what's fucking happened? People are hitting people. Are you fucking right?
I like the public announcement you did. I used it on my daughter, who was...
The ecstasy one.
Aye, so my daughter, obviously
Unreal.
18, so she didn't want to come to Doug the Thug's bit for New Year, and she's been there like most years with us as a family. Heartbreaking. And she decided she's going out with her friends to a nightclub.
Aye, this is what's worrying me.
Like, sorry, just tuck up back in.
Aye.
So I was like to her, listen, I know you're going to go out, I know you're going to go drink, just be careful. Make sure you've all got your drink on you at all times. I was like, because people just drop anything in them. And I was like, and please do not take any sort of drugs. I was like, especially ecstasy. Ross had made a post saying about how it's dangerous, it's really bad now, and people are just dropping dead. So please do not fuck about with that kind of stuff.
It's cold weather as well. Like, and I know a lot of our following is young guys, but I know you go out and you take loads of ecstasy and you don't think it's a problem or whatever. I promise you, if you've never done it before, some of the stuff that's going about the now, it will fucking kill you. It will. You'll just be dead. And you'll know if it'll happen. So we got a guy, he got caught selling ecstasy, right? And he didn't have that many on him, but the club wanted the police phoned. And they were like, can you just wait well until the police come in? And he was just standing beside us, and I seen he put his hand in his pocket, and I went, stop that now. And he just put his hand in his pocket again. I went, I'm fucking telling you now, stop doing that. I was like, that's 2 at least you've just done. I went, what's your fucking angle here? You're going to eat all of them. I went, you're putting me in an awful position. I was like, stop eating them. And that's what he was doing. I was like, you're not even going to get in trouble. You've not got that many. They're just going to take them off you and fucking send you away. Like, the thought process with some of you is so dangerous, and I can't understand it. You are buying something at a tenner, no even a fiver, and it's going to kill you, eh? And I don't know. It doesn't seem to be getting through to a lot of the young guys. Some of them, they think it's funny, eh? Like, I took 10. It's fucking funny. I don't
Imagine
know.
taking 10.
That's not even...
Is that nothing?
Some of them don't think that's a lot, aye. Whereas you'll get a guy who goes, we had a guy there sitting fucking melted, doesn't he know where he is? Right, talk to me, what you took, can I help you? Because they didn't normally lie, they'll just tell you the truth. They'll just go like, aye, look, how many you taking? I've taken 10. Right, how many do you normally take? 20. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's no getting through. We can bang that. All we can do is our own kids coming up try and hammer it home to them. Look, there's fuck knows what's in this MDMA there now. It's just super strong, and it's fucking like, you'll be seeing it day through here.
It's a whole it'll never be me attitude though.
That is how they are. It's young women who are the main ones. Normally they meet a guy and he's cool and he's the man and he's selling the eckies and he's got a bit of Charlie and he goes, here, just have this, it's on me. Boom, and they're fucking away.
Snob's telling the kid, don't fuck about, keep your drink.
Aye. So again,
Heartbreaking.
we're not your fucking dad, but think about what you're doing. No, be careful.
public announcement. I liked it.
I know.
I liked it. Was that like the Christmas Eve, was it?
It was something around then, aye. It would have been... I don't know, I just felt like I had to say something about it because we're just dealing with so many of these wee guys and I feel rotten for them. I'm like, because I get why you're doing it. I know it's expensive to go out and I know you can get a fucking cheap done off of this, but it's not even so much in clubs. They're going back to who says and they're staying up late and there's loads of like MDMA is quite safe. It's the way you're doing it that's fucking super dangerous. Like you're taking too much, you're no drinking any water, you're no eating fuck all. I just feel shite for your mum, eh? Your mum's got to come and go, that's some there. Shite. I have friends of mine who've died for doing shit like that, stupid shit. It's just horrible and it's the wrong time of year to be doing
That's
it.
what I was saying. Do you think is there an increase in it in Christmas and New Year? Because people...
Out more. They're out more. They've never done this before. Like it's just a new thing, eh? It's like... I don't think young people go out as much as they did when we were young. Like you probably, Greg, went out
weekly.
Aye, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe. Probably the same when you were 18.
Night you went out, man.
It's
Wednesday.
Tuesday night in Edinburgh used to be a massive night. Massive night was a Tuesday night. I don't think there's fucking nightclubs open midweek now.
But then back then you could go and it would be like 2 for 1s. You could literally go to Mega Bar, those that are familiar will know it. And it was buy one, get one free. Mm-hmm. You'd go in there with a tenner. You were getting, it was £1 a drink as well. So you'd be getting 20 drinks for a tenner.
Oh, I mind when Witherspoons was 99 pence a pint. Mind you could go to Witherspoons, 99 pence. And it's just all that's gone now. Young guys.
See when I drive by the old Witherspoons through Amphi, it's just dead.
All boys.
No, it's shut down. No. It's dead. And I'm like, how the fuck can Witherspoons die?
I know. I don't even think there'll be nightclubs in a year. I just don't see how it can sustain.
Ready Player One, mate.
Well, aye.
And just fucking pop on your VR, pop that ecchi yourself in your house, just fucking... Hey, Scooter.
It is good. MDMA is good. I get why you're doing it. Right? Let's no lie, let's no lie and pretend it isn't good. But for fuck's sake, think about what you're doing, eh? Just one's more than... Half is more than enough.
So was New Year wild? That's what I wanted to know.
It was not overly busy. I think we did about 720 people, but some of the behaviour was quite shite because you could tell it's young guys didn't get out a lot.
Any cobble dancing?
It was a bit.
Sorry, what? Cobble dancing, right? Because I thought you said something else there.
Aye.
What did you think I said?
Gobble dancing. And
there probably was a bit of that.
What is this? Because I think I'm into this. Is this a new craze that the kids are doing?
I had to do it. Unfortunately, I had to do it, but aye, which is also shite.
Gobble dancing?
Gobble dancing.
Gobble dancing didn't bum an alley.
I did have a challenger who may or may not prefer men. So, which is unusual for the guys. He was up for it.
So fill us in.
You got filled in. So he just young guys, no fucking happy with their outcome. They've just asked to leave, no taking it, gone back in, fuck you, we go do about it. Because they've reached a stage now where they're so used to doormen no doing anything. So like a lot of the time the doormen are scared to do stuff because they phone the police or they'll just say, he called me whatever gay slur, gets you lifted, because the police will always come and believe them. So you get a lot of guys just try and fucking charge through the door, they're trying to run in, they're fucking, you'll let me back in there, I'll just kick your head in. And I've got any bother going in, let's go. And there's nothing good about it. It's some boys actually filmed me fucking doing one and they were like, it was quality. I was like, there's nothing quality about that, nothing good about that. I'm like, that wee guy couldn't have won if he wanted to. And there's nothing, I don't know, it's just, there's something, I wonder if it's us with age or what it is. But I'm starting to see these young cunts now and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
can I just add, could you imagine, right? You're the bouncer you get. You're being a wee dick and you're like, because you could get empty, you could get like a wee soft guy.
Aye, just who's not going to do nothing.
Ross Cooper's like, jackpot.
Aye, here we go. Oh, me, aye, cool. Like, and I'll absolutely fucking smash my face in, aye.
Clatter.
Aye. Or that's the other one I say to them all the time, don't be here when I leave. Because if you're here when I leave and I'm walking to my car and you come near me, I'm just going to mince you. And it's like, they're waiting, they're standing there, you're walking back to the motor and you're like, fucking hell. At what point do these wee guys out their nut think, I just don't know, I don't feel like it was ever as much a problem before. I also don't think people were as shocked by it before because there was much more like street violence. There's not as much now. There's loads less. It's miles down. But the other thing is there's like no police now. And it seems to be something they don't want you to mention. But And I never saw a policeman the whole night on Hogmanay. Not one. It's one of the fucking busiest nightclubs in the city. Never saw the police once. They got phoned for something, didn't come? Boy, just got let go. Kind of like, can't keep people here for the police. What the fuck are we doing? Let them go. They're not going to come. Wow. It's so, if BAMS knew how lawless it really was, they'd be even worse. They're just not quite aware of the fact that they're realistically going to get away with anything today. Nothing's going to happen. Unless they make an accusation against the doorman who can't run away. And they still might. Like, if somebody was to phone the police on me, I might just go, fuck this, jump in my car and drive away. I'm away home. And then the other guys will go, nah, he was never here. It's the only, I don't know, it's the whole nightclub and pub industries changing dramatically, and the attitude of young people's changing dramatically as well. Like, young men, I don't know, they're just missing something. I don't know what it is. I feel like just would have been what my dad moaned about when he was my age. Like, again, young cunts now, look at them. That's maybe what I'm doing. But they're only interested in taking drugs. They're no interested in meeting girls. They will act tough until something happens to them, and then they'll revert back to being a wee boy and grash up. It's just so bizarre. It's very feminine, eh? Their behaviour is very feminine. Like, young men now, apart from us, and here's the thing, see young guys who are still like, go to the gym, they're in a bit of shape, they've got a bit of chat, they've got a wee bit of money, they're cleaning up, they're riding every bird gone, they're doing damage. I'm telling you, because there's such slim pickings to the lassies. There's only a few guys who they're going to pick. The overwhelming majority of the guys, they're not choosable. They can't go with them. So you get young guys coming down, they're wearing good clothes, they've got a bit of dough, maybe got a wee bit of gear in their pocket, they're no kicking the arse at it, they've got their wits about them, they're taking birds home, but the overwhelming majority are just going home with their pal. It's just weird. I feel like when we were 18, young guys went out to meet birds, to just go riding. That's all.
And you think that's changed?
Yeah, aye, completely. No. It does, I'm certain. I can assure you, it doesn't happen. The lassies don't leave with guys. They didn't.
Is it changed for the girls? The girls don't want to?
No. The girls are still trying to meet boys, but they can't. There's just no.
What world do you live in, eh?
I know. The pool of actual guys that you could take home to your dad and go, Dad, this is my new boyfriend, is tiny.
Oh, tell me about it.
Well, aye, I'm sure you've
fucking tell me.
That was my fucking Ross turning into a granddad rant there, eh? But
so, Craig, you went to a pub for New Year. How was it?
A local boozer.
It was shit.
Was it?
It was shit. I don't like New Year anyway.
Why?
And I just think it's a sad holiday.
Because we could sit here tonight and go, it's 12 o'clock, that's me getting up the smoking in that.
Aye, pretty much. But it was shite. I think we just went out felt obliged to.
Aye.
It's easy money when you work it, eh?
My old man loves New Year.
Always. That generation,
I don't know if he does still like New Year. So my dad would go, like, see when we were kids, he would get up himself and sit and celebrate New Year. He'd wake us up at 12 o'clock. Right, it's New Year, come on down. Bit of shortbread and a drink.
Aye, my dad's the same. It's a big deal.
So I've
Traditions matter.
I've got this like love for New Year. I get emotional at it, and obviously my daughter wasn't with us, so she phones us and she starts greeting. I'm like, oh, Happy New Year. So like, there's something about New Year. I kind of like it. The start of a new year, the start of like all these New Year's resolutions. And
do you make a resolution?
I don't make a resolution, but I make changes.
Aye.
And I add stuff into my life, and I take stuff away that hasn't worked. So I do like New Year. Mm-hmm. One of the things that Lee, my nutritionist, had posted on his social media, I don't know if you've seen it, a lot of people fail with a New Year's resolution because they go, so they've went for being like December where they're a wee bit relaxed with drinking alcohol, reducing exercise and increasing calories. Mm-hmm. So what he said is, if you stop all of them come January the 1st, it's much easier to fail. So if you're, right, I'm going to stop the drinking, and I'm going to stop all the eating, I'm going to just eat healthy, and I'm going to start exercising. So you basically went for doing nothing to increasing energy output. So you're going to require more calories, but what you do is you don't fulfill the calories you require. Mm-hmm. So then the calories itself, you're constantly hungry, and then the first thing you go for is junk. Right. So New Year this year, make sure that you're no just going tail for leather straight into fitness. Taper it, maybe reduce the calories or maybe increase the calorie output, so it's kind of I'm not
so
telling
it's
you, I'm not
manageable.
telling you to kick ass at it. But Paul said I can have a fucking back box of roses. How many roses tins did you do, and how many boxes of chocolate?
Celebrations, mate.
So I just bust them
like a dog as
and
well.
you just eat all
like
the
a
same
dog,
one
mate.
until they're all finished, and then you pick another one.
The bounties get left, eh? Bounties are shite chocolate,
No,
mate.
bounties are good.
I knew you'd like them, mate.
That's like coconut, man.
No, they're
It's the
pish.
coconut ones and the roses get like the quality streets get left, or no?
Do you know my kids? They
Aye,
hate.
they're pretty shit.
They hate the cream egg chocolates in the celebrations.
The cream eggs, one of the
Best
top ones.
one.
Aye.
Best.
The Malteser one's the best for me.
Malteser one is good, by the way.
That's a different one, isn't it? That's
Cream egg.
heroes you're talking about.
Celebrations I'm talking about.
Celebrations.
Celebrations.
Cream eggs
Heroes.
are vile, I think.
You don't like a cream egg?
No, it's just fucking liquid sugar.
But then, what do you
Hi,
want?
mate. What you?
No,
I'll tell
What's
you,
your angle?
Nah, I
my
don't like them.
worst is a crunchy.
Crunchy shite.
Crunchy is fucking...
Shite chocolate bar. Waste it every cunt's time. Well, you had a funny story about me getting sacked for a nightclub once. It was Easter time, right? And I had I love cream eggs. They're my fucking favourite chocolate in the world. So do you remember that advert? How do you eat yours? Right? So there's two like nice young lassies at the front of the queue. Took a cream egg out my pocket. And the lassies went, oh, how do you... Posh as fuck. How do you eat yours? And I unwrapped just like the tip, right? And I started like... like I was just licking out a clit, right? Cunts went in, told the manager, spotted on CCTV, I got fucking sacked. But I was full on like slavering doing it and everything.
Yeah, you deserve to get
And they were
sacked.
just like, there's this absolute fucking cretin out in the door. That was me. My missus doesn't
She
complain.
did ask.
She did ask me. She did ask how I eat it.
How do you eat it?
That's how I go down on it. I get sloppy on it, eh? You know what I'm saying, Craig? Sorry, I don't know what you're saying, Craig. Apologies, Paul. I forgot. Craig goes here, sister there.
Just one bite it, mate.
You know what I'm talking about, Greg, eh?
How do you eat yours, big guy?
You get in a
Same
boot.
across. Depends what night it is.
Aye. Do you go low? Do you go
we-
right
we
down there?
definitely talk
You
about
get
the
down?
king again, right?
You get right down at the bottom. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
to cover all
That's right, mate. That's right.
the surface area.
You know there's men out there that didn't do it. Homos, mate. Telling you now.
Well, if you were in the Sopranos, you couldn't fucking do it. You'd get slagged.
Why?
Bonneville.
Oh, you're not meant to go down on a woman if you're in the mafia. Aye, they did.
Mate, I had to rag up your old Italian boy on Saturday night. Cunt was about 65, eh? And it just determined to get in trouble. And I was like,
So was he in
this-
your nightclub? He's 65.
Aye, mate. Turned up. I was like, buddy, you're too steaming.
You'd got to be sleeping with the fishes.
Mate, he lives about 2 streets away from me. I was like, what are you doing, mate? You would hate it in here. Nah, I'm coming in. Phone your boss.
was he himself?
No.
Did he
Right.
use his hands a lot?
He started pushing his bird about, which was
Did he
fucking
tell you
even
to
worse.
forget about it?
No, he told me.
Forget about it.
He told me he was going to get somebody doing it to smash me. I was like, mate, that guy doesn't even live in this country anymore. Stop saying that.
watching
It's a shame. And then I called him something I probably shouldn't have, which would get me into, I called him a greaser, mate. I don't know if that's, is that racist? Is that racist?
No, it's
not
not
racist, eh? Italians are kind of greasy looking. You know what I mean?
Welcome back, guys.
Aye. They are though. Is that, would you say that's a racial slur? Call him a greaser?
I don't know. Craig, go and Google that.
I mean, I would say it if he was like, it didn't have to be an Italian, you could be like a Turk, and I could call you a greaser. Greaseball.
To carry racist
Grease.
and
The racist.
segregationist meanings.
A Greek could be a greaser also.
So I think we're going further. It is quite racist. Aye.
Aye. Mexican. Do you think a Mexican, would you say, is greasy looking?
I don't even know why I answered it.
I don't think a Mexican's greasy.
Nah.
I'm definitely say Italians. Aye. Greeks, aye.
Greeks for sure, mate. They're all greasing about the birds and that. You know what I'm saying? It's what they do, mate. That's why you can't let them in.
So you didn't let him in for that?
They touch a lot of
The guy was
birds.
65.
I
Why
know.
was he wanting to be in there?
Why is he wanting to be in a techno night, mate, with a bunch of 18-year-olds? He was just steaming. He just didn't know any better.
Is he a cool looking Italian guy?
Nah.
Because you get cool old
Was
Italian
his
guys.
hair
You know what I
like
mean?
dyed black?
Some hair on him, by the way. No, he was grey, but he had plenty of hair. Let me tell you. Fucking, aye, full head of hair, like.
He was eating a cream egg.
Olive oil. That's
do
what
you-
does it, mate. They put olive oil in it.
Hence.
That's what they do.
They're greasers.
Exactly. It's nothing to do with his skin.
Just
It's
want
his
to quickly talk about some MMA news before we head over to Patreon.
Not really, to be fair.
There's not much, but
What's happening?
okay.
Right, aye, you-
What's the time? What time we got? 'Cause
We're on an hour and 60 now.
why don't we just jump over and we talk our MMA news there?
It's up to you guys. I don't mind.
Aye. Because you said you were going to tell me about the McGregor stuff,
So
'cause I didn't know about it.
We're going to talk about the McGregor Paul fight.
There's also stuff about Paddy Pim, like you said.
Yep. There's also what else? What video are you going to let me see?
Oh, this is one
King
about
Kong mode.
the King Kong mode in Costco.
Okay, guys, if you're interested in MMA or the MMA podcast, sorry.
Aye.
Guys, 2025, I hope it's a cracking year for you, and as always, keep it high.